got some breaking news from Sanofi. Meg Terrell joins us now with more. Good morning, Meg.
Good morning, Joe. The French drug maker is saying it's entered into an agreement with Moderna to help make its COVID-19 vaccine. It's going to help with what's known as fill and finish, essentially bottling the vaccine. Starting in September, it says it'll perform that for up to 200 million doses of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine from its New Jersey site starting later this year. Now, Sanofi is actually helping multiple companies with manufacturing and filling and finishing of their vaccines. 125 million doses for BioNTech in the EU, 12 million doses per month for J&J in France. It also has its own 2 candidates for COVID-19 vaccines in development. One partnered with GSK, which was part of Operation Warp Speed, but has fallen behind a little bit, and another with Translate Bio. And guys, we are seeing just a ton of partnerships happening to try to find manufacturing space for COVID-19 vaccines across the industry. This is just a smattering of partnerships here. Merck, of course, helping with Johnson & Johnson. A lot of these different companies, Novartis with Pfizer, coming together to just try to find this space to make and bottle these vaccines at a scope we just, of course, have never seen before. Joe?
And time flies, Meg, and it's amazing that it's a short month. It's only 30 days this month. I just checked on that. And by May, we are getting where we hoped we would be. Not the rest of the world necessarily in terms of vaccine levels, but we're making great progress. And we should start, hopefully, being able to see that in terms of numbers and opening up. But Dr. Gottlieb, I don't know if you saw, we're going to have him on, Meg, but he says at this point, it's kind of, you don't think of it this way, but when you go outside, you're less likely to get to transmit the virus or catch the virus. And we know about that. It's mostly indoors. And he's thinking that if you say you don't need to wear a mask outside, more people will go outside. So he's actually arguing that we should lose the mask mandate in some of the outdoor. And I didn't think of it that way before, Meg. You know what I mean? That maybe you don't go outside as much if you're required to wear the mask. You say you don't have to wear the mask. Maybe more people go outside, and then less people will be transmitting. It's rare transmission, I guess, outside.
Yeah, that is the question sort of the day about do we need to be wearing masks outside anymore? There was one study, sort of a review of studies of this, that showed less than 10% of transmission over what people had studied over a long period of time with COVID happens outside. You're 19 times more likely to be infected inside than outside. And so a lot of folks have been talking about this also with the idea that, we're all getting vaccinated, or not enough of us are getting vaccinated. And, there has to be some incentive for people getting back to some form of normalcy with vaccination. So you've even heard people like Mayor Bill de Blasio talking about if enough people get vaccinated, we'll start talking about the mask mandates getting lifted. So a lot of that kind of coming into play together.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.